San Lucas Island is less than a 20-minute boat ride from the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. It is home to pristine beaches, exotic wildlife, and untouched natural surroundings. The island is now being turned into a thriving tourist destination and wildlife preserve by dedicated park rangers, tour guides, and locals.
My name is Olger Núñez Jiménez.
I work with the National System of Conservation Areas. I've had a wonderful time. I worked for 5.5 years at Manuel Antonio National Park, but when I had the option to come to a different place, I really liked the idea, and now I'm here, trying to do my part in the development of this national refuge. As park rangers, we get great satisfaction from having people get to know an important and very rich part of Costa Rican history because of the stories and experiences lived on the island, and to make them think about conservation so that future generations get to know it. Biologically, the tropical forest here is very important for local and migratory birds. All of us can do our part for conservation so that we can have a better country each day. It's important that visitors remember that what happens here not only affects Costa Rica, and that at the end of the day, you don't need a uniform like this to be a park ranger. You just need to feel it in your heart. You can do it from your home, starting to recycle, using less water, and doing many things that can make a difference.
Pura vida, solo good. Pura vida, solo bueno.
Despite its beauty, San Lucas Island has only recently overcome a dark past. In 1872, dictator Tomás Miguel Guardia Gutiérrez opened a prison on the island. It would become the largest and most feared penitentiary in the nation's history, housing some of Costa Rica's most infamous criminals, a veritable Costa Rican Alcatraz. The death penalty was abolished 1 year after the prison opened, making time served on the island the most severe punishment available to Costa Rican courts. Prisoners suffered harsh conditions in close confinement with hundreds of other prisoners. They had no contact with the outside world. Some prisoners were subject to public humiliation and solitary confinement, ordered to stand in a sweltering, sun-heated chamber below the ground known as the disc.
This is one of the most important symbols of punishment, the disc, the hole, the crater. People were held there for 1 to 3 days as a disciplinary measure, depending on the offense. One of the famous prisoners here said that when people were put inside, there were agonizing screams. "Get me out of here. I want to die. I can't take it anymore." Now we're visiting another punishment spot, the Plancha Dungeons, where Beltran Cortez, the assassin of Dr. Moreno Cañas, was confined. They would display him here in a small wooden box they had constructed. They put him inside the box like this, and visitors came to see the doctor's murderer. They would pass by to watch him being held there as a punishment.
Graffiti adorns the walls of every cell, telling the story of 100 years of hard time served. The most notorious image is known as the Lady in the Red Bikini.
For the prisoners, it represented a memorial to an unpunished event, the rape and murder of one of the island's nurses.
Some locals would visit to use the beautiful beaches and walking trails. Now, many years later, a few have returned to the island and are invested in making it a place of remembrance and enjoyment.
I came here in 1984. We had no access to the prisoners to see their situation because the prison was fully functional. We got an opportunity when we came with a group of family members that were also visiting them. We had a football game on one of the fields here. During the game, we ended up befriending some of the prisoners. In fact, that is the reason I'm now promoting a 360-degree virtual photography project, so that these kinds of places will be highlighted and promoted as commercial and tourist zones. We take places that are symbolic for their communities, in this case, Punta Arenas, and generate interesting content for them to put on their websites. People can get to know the locations and their commercial value before they visit by finding the content that interests them.
San Lucas Island has had many histories. A pre-Columbian history where local people thrived and lived off the land. A history of captivity amidst its natural beauty. And now, its beginnings as a destination for recreation and cultural remembrance. Here, visitors may relax on expansive sand beaches, walk through wild forests, and explore an iconic national landmark only a short boat ride from the port city of Punta Arenas. San Lucas Island is a destination rich with beauty and history that should not be missed.